Hi there, Cosm family. My name is Yaliali in this incarnation. Well, yesterday I commented that these days we have the moon in Capricorn. Today it created a sextile with Saturn in Pisces, which is a harmonic aspect, and many times this could involve the materialization of something in which we have invested our energy, being more focused in the constructions that we want to assume to approach, and also in decisions that could impact our lives in the long term. So tomorrow, the moon it is going to be to create a union with Venus that is already in Capricorn, and both of them in different moments they are going to perfect a sextile. See, sim. Sorry, I'm mixing languages. A sextile with Neptune in Pisces. I'm talking in all languages at this point. That is about to be awakened of its retrogradation. So this is a very, very nice energy to descend visions to Earth, to give concrete steps in the construction of a dream. Is a marvelous aspect because it involves a lot of creativity, but also this practical focus that it is very important to make things come true, come to reality. This is about committing with certain decisions or steps that we know they are very, very associated, very linked with our soul, because every aspect, harmonic aspect with Neptune, it is about that, listening to ourselves in a greater way. And well, taking in account that tomorrow it is also perfected the square between the Sun in Sagittarius and Saturn in Pisces, which is an aspect of tension. And I've been talking about this aspect the whole week. The last videos are very, very linked with this. So I'm not going to expand on myself today in here, but well, tensions with Saturn many times imply boundaries or decisions from the responsibility that are challenging to take. And in the end, with this aspect, everything that involves approaching the purposes of the soul with responsibility is also very, very sustained by the sextile between Venus in Capricorn and Neptune. And of course, relationships, topics that are linked with relationships. The moon is talking about the emotional needs, and Venus is linked with the desire of creation and manifestation of receiving. It is a receptive energy. So we are impulsed also at this point to put boundaries, for example, to keep sustaining relationships that are not based in the respect for our soul, for our values, our emotional needs, or relationships in which we cannot create projects or constructions in the long term. So it is also very important to observe the dynamics, the internal dynamics that many times can lead us to relate with other people from these places, because I'm talking about trying to escape from ourselves, having the fantasy that someone else is going to get much better our reality without us to make a real change, in the basis of our experience, or having the fantasy that someone else is going to bring the plenitude in our experience without us cultivating that. So sorry, my English is weird today. So Venus in Capricorn represents this commitment with ourselves that is reflected in relationships of quality, spiritual quality. This is very, very linked with Venus in Capricorn. And if we are not feeling valued in some way, in some dynamic, then it is very important to assume the responsibility for those dynamics in which things we are investing our time and energy. That it is very important, because that is that is how our materializations or reflections in the reality are going to be presented, from the thoughts till the actions. okay, tomorrow we have also the perfection of the opposition between Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius and Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. Um, Tomorrow all of these aspects are perfected, but it is important to remember that it is not a thing of one day, today, tomorrow, this week. These manifestations are linked with aspects of this week, and very, very associated to the new moon in Sagittarius that we already went through. So it is very useful with this aspect and in life in general to observe our thoughts with presence and in third person, because if there is an excess of evaluating options, thinking and overthinking about a decision which could be traduced in doubt. It is because perhaps the mind it is resisting to free itself from a belief or a structure through which it is trying to fit the reality in, and that it is not allowing us to listen to our inner voice. But Mercury is about to create union with the Sun, in short. So we could already be receiving information that is bringing clarity or connecting more with our inner certainties. Okay, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.